boom. I say boom. Nope. One more time. I hit him with the boom. Okay, you ain't gonna boom
You're
with me?
fine.
Okay, yeah.
I need.
I didn't like that. You need a minute?
No, I need to. From what we just saw, I need more alcohol.
You need a moment? You need a prelude?
I need all the moments.
All the moments?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we just. Oh, I'm sorry.
Who are you?
I'm sorry.
Who are you? This movie has us all discombobulated.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah.
I am Vanessa Graddick.
I'm Dion, and we are
What Don't to Watch.
We just watched the movie Biosphere.
In the not too distant future, the last two men on Earth must adapt and evolve to save humanity. This is starring Sterling K. Brown, Mark Duplass, that's it.
I'm glad you said the synopsis because I watched it raw.
I did too.
I didn't see the trailer. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what the biosphere was. For those who don't know what a biosphere is, it is just a huge. It ain't huge. It might be 20 by 20 sphere, circle. You know what a sphere is, obviously.
It's a dome.
It's sure.
It's a dome that is built to withstand whatever the fuck is happening outside that could kill us all.
They never explain what happened.
They never said what happened. Okay, so
you got to get to the meat and potatoes, honey. You got to go. You can go to the end.
Let me tell you something about this movie. It hurts my head, and when I watched it, the credits come up, and you know how it says all the characters, right? And again, watched it raw, so I saw Sterling Duplass. That was it. And I said out loud, that's it? And normally we watch these movies together. I watched this with my good friend, Dwayne Perkins, and it was his suggestion the entire time. Like, as soon as I said, that's it for the characters, he said, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. We're watching the movie at two different times. He wrote me IOUs and signed them and gave them to me because I was so infuriated.
Yeah.
So, okay, Sterling K. Brown is a top advisor to the president, who is Duplass. He was his chief advisor, best friend since school, yada, yada, yada. President does something dumb, fucks up the country. I'm not glossing over it. They never told us. 2 hours worth of movie, 2 hours, 7 minutes. They never told us what he did that fucked up the whole world. Mm-hmm. He fucks up the whole world, but before he fucks up the whole world, he had Sterling build this dome. So obviously they knew the end of the world was coming, but they didn't. Dumber. So they get in there. The way that they keep this biosphere alive is with fish in a pond and some plants. Yep. So they got fish in a pond. The fish start dying, but one fish was a black fish that turned to a pink fish. And then he said, I think this is nature. The male fish has now turned female, which does occur in nature. That is a thing. Mm-hmm. As this fish is turning, now Mark is getting sick, and he is now turning into a she. His penis, when he goes to tinkle, is now inverting back into himself to save humanity. And I'm going to get through the whole synopsis and we can talk about it. Then so he turns into a woman. And then obviously at some point, Sterling brushes across a titty and gets hard. So then he gets mad. He does all this anti-gay, black, that's not how I was raised. My dad said you can't be no pussy speech. Then we move on. Later on, he says, Mark says, hey, how about we have a baby for humanity? Sterling says, we don't have enough food. I can't put food on the table for us and a baby.
That's your argument?
Yes, that was his argument. And then he said, okay, well, we can do it. It's for science, right? It's for science. And then he's trying to pump himself up. He starts jacking off. And Duplass goes and gets a sheet with a hole in it. He has a glory hole sheet because Sterling said he didn't want to look at him while he's fucking him.
But you could have easily bent over.
He could have done so many things. So he's sitting there in a sheet, and he has a hole, and then he gets on top of him, and then he sticks it in, and he's like, ooh, but that's a pussy. And then he starts banging the sheet, and then he pulls the sheet down. They kiss in the mouth. Now they're fucking cuddling and kissing, and they're in a full-on relationship. And the fish have babies. He's pregnant. We don't know if he ever had the baby because they just ended the movie, but it ended with him being pregnant, and all the fish are dead. I think I did everything.
Yeah.
And now we can discuss. I'm angry. And I'm angry because they did this movie in such a way that we can't be angry about it.
Yeah.
Because the gays, again, ally,
The case.
they made it that type of situation with that with the disdain for the homosexual relationship, so that if we say we don't like the movie,
I don't think that's the
now
reason.
we're anti-gay.
No, I don't think it's that. I don't think
it's the reason, but it's there.
Well, I would say it's a great discussion, because if you never had a sexual preference, sure. But if you are, I am attracted to women, and you're forced to do this, and if for no reason, I don't to save humanity, maybe, but even if y'all did procreate, it's 19 of y'all gonna be in there. What's the next? What's next?
There's no next step, and what we do know about inbreeding is that eventually somebody gonna come out with 3 legs, 2 fingers,
Yeah, I knew minute 29 where they were going. As soon as I saw that,
the fish change.
yeah, as soon as I saw it was 2 males and a female in there, and the female died just like their ally Diana died in the domes, right? Remember Diana? She was a part of the dome, but they didn't show her. Diana died maybe a few months ago. So they did like a same.
That happened?
Yeah, you know, they said, man, remember Diana? She was strong. She tried to stay with us long, but Diana was old. She was bound to die. They kept saying that. Oh, they were talking about a fish.
Yeah, Diane was a fish.
I thought they were talking about an actual person in the dome.
No, when they so when the fish died, they said we got to eat the fish, and then when he went to eat the head, he was like, wait a minute, Sam didn't have this little beauty mark. Who am I eating? And he was like, that's Diane. And then that's when they got nervous because they didn't have another female fish.
Got you.
But there wasn't another person in there.
I thought it was
But
yeah, okay.
and it was like watching a play. We just watched a 2-hour play with no intermission.
Yep. They had a lot of backstories about. I didn't understand the bowling ball trick of him as a kid wanted to see how this bowling ball disappeared, and yeah, it was, and the payoff was almost there, but the movie ended.
It's okay. So when they were kids, they had a birthday party, and a magician came. Right, a magician came, drew a bowling ball on a piece of paper, did like this, and the actual bowling ball came out. Magic. Was the premise of this whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
And he was like, Sterling was like, I believe I saw the bowling ball. I saw it, and da-da-da-da. And he's been going off these theories in his life because he saw this bowling ball and trying to figure out how it happened.
How the thump hit.
And whatever. And then finally, because his friend president was like, no, that never happened. You're crazy. It never happened. That's just not logical. And then finally, 3/4 through the movie, he's like, okay, I did hear it when it hit the ground. Again, it's a magic trick, and you're fucking 7.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Right.
And then at the end of the movie, when they had a storm and they put back together the biosphere thing from the storm, they were fixing everything, and he was like, we don't have any fish. We're about to die. And then finally Duplass is like, I know what. And he goes and he gets a piece of paper and he draws a bowling ball. He lifts it up. Screen goes black. We hear a thump. He's still pregnant. Their dome is still fucked, but there's a bowling ball in the goddamn.
Yeah, I don't know. What do y'all want from us? You want us to be happy how that ended? Like, what the baby look like? Are y'all gonna die? Is the air gonna be inhabitable? Y'all don't have nothing to eat.
Are there other people in the world somewhere?
Right? Can y'all leave?
And, and they never said how the world ended.
Right.
So you're telling me the president of the United States, and this is just me thinking, is the only person in the entire world who was prepared for whatever this catastrophe was. Mm-hmm. And whatever happened in the United States instantly killed the world.
Yeah.
Like there's some traveling time.
Yeah.
Even with like Resident Evil.
Yeah.
It doesn't just happen.
Right.
It starts here.
Mm-hmm.
Other people have time to prepare. Other people are building their bunkers. You're telling me Russia didn't build a fucking dome for whoever?
Right. I want to build a bunker.
You want to build a bunker?
Yeah, I want to build. Why? And also, why can't bunkers just be your apartment? Just board up. Board up your windows.
I'm ready for the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. You prepared for it? Which one would you rather have? AI, robotic attack, or zombies?
Zombies.
Yeah.
Only because zombies are dumb. Mm-hmm. The real zombies. I'm not talking about these new age zombies where they're trying to make
World War Z.
I'm talking about regular ass zombies.
Walking Dead.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're dumb.
Yep.
And if you can keep your numbers better than their numbers, you're fine. But robots can.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah, robots can open doors, and they did that the last season of The Walking Dead, which made me mad. Is that zombies? They had climbers.
Yeah, I was like, what?
No, keep them motherfuckers on the ground. But robots can evolve, so I would pick zombies.
I would just turn the power off. They're not solar powered.
Some of them are. That's the thing. We have solar powered stuff, and that's what like robots are too smart. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you want to just turn off the switch, but there's backup generators. There's back.
They're gonna die. Give them all 28 days. It's a wrap.
I hear you. Mm-hmm. I'm still trusting the zombies over the robots.
Okay.
And also, for an apartment building, I feel like apartment buildings are the perfect place to hold up in the apocalypse. Mm-hmm. After you clear all the floors of zombies, obviously.
Yeah.
But you can't get to any floor in my building without a fob.
Mm-hmm. But you're gonna run out of food though.
You're gonna run out of food, but not for a while because you gotta think there's 300 apartments in there.
Right.
And we're gonna go.
Hold up.
From place to place.
Hold up. I'm gonna say this: Costco. It don't have no windows.
That's true.
Right. A lot of food. They got the one on the road down. You can be in there for at least 7 years.
My problem with Costco is that I feel like Costco is the first place
everybody's gonna go
that the people are gonna go. Mm-hmm. So I would go somewhere. I would want to be somewhere less attractive to the masses. I think as soon as it happens, everybody's gonna go to gun shops and Costco and grocery stores.
There's gun shops inside there's guns inside the Costco.
There are,
hey,
and
back
Walmart.
off. Mm-hmm.
But I think they're going to all those big places first. Mm-hmm. I would do. See, living downtown, there's a bunch of apartments that are on top of grocery stores. And so that would be ideal for the beginning.
But there's no easy access going right until you got to go out. You got to exit and go back inside. You're going to put a hole in the roof? And you're going to put a hole in the roof?
No, some of them, they have a separate entrance for residents to go into the grocery store.
Okay. But it's usually like an elevator, which power might go out.
Right, and then you scale down that bitch.
Okay. You got upper body strength like that?
Yes.
Sure?
That is a fact.
Yeah?
Yes.
You can do pull-ups?
Yes.
Okay.
First of all, I've been an athlete my whole life. Yes, I can do pull-ups, push-ups.
Yeah.
I lift.
Hey, that's a lot.
Okay, listen.
No, I'm not. Listen, I know I'm a lot. But what I'm saying is going up and going down is a lot.
I understand that, but this is for survival.
100%.
This is for survival. And let's be honest. Yes, there's elevators, but you're forgetting that all buildings with elevators also have stairs.
Sure.
So one way or another.
Yeah. I don't know how we got here from
because Biosphere was trash.
Oh yeah, Biosphere. Okay.
Biosphere was trash, and I'm trying to talk about something that's not trash, that is actually interesting, it has a solution. There are no fucking solutions in Biosphere. The fish turned, the man turned. There's no way. that a
Yeah.
man's genitals are going to go back up in his body
Yeah.
without surgical assistance.
Right.
There is no way that a man turns into a woman
Right.
unless that man makes a choice or not makes a choice, whichever side of the debate you're on, or if that man decides to be in his true self and become a woman. But there is assistance. There are hormones that need to be taken. There are doctors that need to snip, tuck, roll.
I'm actually curious though. How does this? Hold on. The whole package might have went in, balls and
That's
penis.
what he said.
So man, and then your balls will need to break off into fallopian tubes, and
They said that they were opening. What was happening is the sac was opening to create the labias, and then the dick was going inside and was soon to be the clitoris, is what they said.
yeah, that's a lot. Could you have sex with your friend for survival? Your female friend?
Which friend?
A female friend? You want me to pick and choose?
Who says I haven't? No.
And that wasn't for survival. That was a random Thursday.
Are you saying could I bang a bitch for survival?
If she had a penis, she had to reverse out, and she was like, "We got to do this to survive."
Now it's just too much.
That's too much.
I mean, I'm not. Listen, here's the thing.
I'm not calling you a certain.
No,
sexual
I don't
preference,
care.
But yeah,
I could care less. Like I said, ally guys. I know what's inside of my cooch, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that comes out and becomes a whole penis.
yeah, the canal.
Maybe the fallopian tube comes.
It would have to be the canal of the vagina pushing out, and then the head of the clitoris would be on top of it, because essentially that's what the head of a penis is for a clitoris. Yeah.
Here's the thing. Could I bang my female, now male friend for survival?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Here's also the thing. That's not why they fucked.
I just want to do it for.
It
scientific.
wasn't survival. That he honestly said,
Science.
I wonder if we can. This is for science. Because just two people, and I know we can get theological or whatever and go back to Adam and Eve and all that other shit. Whatever. I ain't gonna hold you there. But two people in a dome cannot single-handedly repopulate the earth. You don't have food.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be at least hoping that you have a girl that you can then incest with.
Yeah.
It's going to be at least 12 to 13, sometimes 16 years before she even is at the point
Yeah.
where you can do anything.
Yeah.
And you are telling me that you have, they said they had like a couple months worth of food left.
Oh, yes, a wrap.
And not only could you get pregnant, you had to get pregnant that once. You got to get pregnant again. So then your two little bastard incest babies could then procreate. And this process takes longer.
Right.
So if you, my friend, now have, you're a girl right now.
Mm-hmm.
You now have a penis. And you're like, hey, let's fuck. I need to see some paperwork on why. And quite honestly, they alluded to, and these are other things, they haven't talked about timeline. They said they've been in there for years, but they didn't say how many years.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, if I'm stuck into some shit with my best friend, oh, we a couple in 18 months. It didn't take us years
Right.
to fuck. Like,
yeah, I would have definitely been gay early.
Yes.
You at least gave me a hand job week 3.
Yes. And then they were just talking dumb, like, oh, when at night I can hear you jacking off, and maybe you should have made a divider. Somebody sucking some dick.
Come on, man.
Month.
I'll do it broad daylight as you're making asparagus and eggs.
How long would it take for you to turn gay in the biosphere?
In the biosphere. If I know it's a wrap, I would definitely entertain the idea to the guy to see how he feels, because I don't know how, I've never been in jail before, but I know a lot of niggas are forcefully gay because they're like, I'm used to an insertion.
But this is you and your best friend.
I know. don't know, man. I don't know because
What's the longest you ever gone without having sex?
the longest I've ever gone without sex, obviously prior to me losing my virginity, I went 9 months.
Okay. My longest is 3 years.
Okay.
I think I would be gay for stay because we're staying together.
Yeah.
See what I did there? A year.
A year?
Because I think a year is long enough for us to know that there's no
It's
hope.
a wrap. Yeah.
A year, because like, it's kind of even when you're in a relationship. Like when you start dating somebody, you're like, if we make it to a year,
Yeah.
this might be the
official.
one.
Yeah.
this might be the one. So it's like when you still in the months phase, it's like I don't need to eat pussy in month 3.
Right. You know, it was wild. Is what if mid stroke with him, the doors open like you be like, oh, we saved? You like,
I mean, but it's been a year, and I think and this is unjust. I don't think that it is right. It is just the way society works. If somebody came in and saw me banging my best girlfriend, nobody would lift a finger or give a fuck.
Right. It's like, hey, I get it.
Like there's no,
I get it.
there would be no stigma.
Yeah. But just know what Sterling K. Brown, is it?
Just Sterling.
Yeah, Sterling. What he was going through, I was like, I can't do this. I'm not gay. Fighting himself. I never seen this. I like this. And he's like, I'm here now. I'm horny. And then as soon as he breaks, they be like, hey, clear. I can see clearly now the rain. He's like, oh shit. Is this gonna stay on my record? Is this gonna stay? Hey, Sterling, hey, welcome. We found you guys. We've been looking for you guys for the past 2 years. He's like, can I finish?
I'm just so mad. I hated it.
Yeah, I was more upset than the actor versus the character of Sterling. So I'm like, brother, you had like fight your masculinity, like stand up, like you literally said, I'm not gay, I'm not. Like fight that character. Why would you kiss him?
And
that was I was like, dude, you didn't have to.
Pulled the blanket down and kissed him, and now they're in a whole relationship.
Yeah.
Which I'm not mad that it happened because I think that it would have. I think it would have happened way before with no provocation. You know what I mean? Like they've been there for years. In my head, they were fucking year 2. But he was so intense about not being gay.
Yeah.
And in the course of 7 minutes, was in a full
thrust.
Hey, boo, hey.
Yeah.
Not even a thrust.
Laughing.
It was because they kiss. Now they're dancing. They're cuddling. Are you okay, baby? Like
yeah.
And now it's okay. Well, we'll shave your beard. Like,
right. And legs. Yeah. I mean, honestly, if I had to do this, I would have definitely had the sheet over the entire body and from the back. I can imagine this being a woman from the back. Don't enjoy this, bro. I don't want to hear no. Like, head to the sky. This feels great. I don't care who's up under here.
And I don't know why he had to kiss him at that
didn't have
particular
to.
moment. I know dudes who
Don't kiss me.
First of all, I was just gonna say don't kiss. That's a rule for me.
You don't like kissing?
No.
Oh, you need a kiss.
If we are copulating,
I like the word.
you're kissing me in the mouth. And I don't play that game.
I agree.
We're like, that's too intimate. You are inside of me.
Right,
like one wrong move, that a child could come from here.
Yeah.
Nigga, we are kissing.
We are here.
In the mouth.
You grab him. This is before it happens, where you like, kiss me. Okay, let's wrap this up, man. We going long.
I don't even.
This is
shit.
I know.
Fuck.
Ladies and
All
gentlemen.
right. Yo, this is watch this podcast, save your time.
Yeah, I say watch this podcast, save your time.
That's the problem. We've
It's
been
a
wanting
lot.
to talk about this shit for
I know.
for a minute. Okay. Yeah, watch this podcast, change it, just whatever. I'm Vanessa Graddick.
I'm Dion Lack.
This is What Don't to Watch.
Please like, subscribe, comment below. Tell us your favorite part of this particular podcast, and we will use it as a soundbite. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Deuces.